Hey friends, I hope you're doing well. We've got some exciting things for this video. We are going to be off to the tulip farm in a few hours. We are quite excited, I must say. This week will be a bit slower. I think we're going to work on a few spring projects. I've got a sewing one that we are going to do in just one moment. But as far as how the rest of the week goes, let's just take it one step at a time. Whatever it may be, I've got a feeling you may want to stick around. You never know what is going to happen here on this Ozark dwelling homestead. No matter what it does entail, I'm so excited to have you joining me. As always, I am very grateful for you. For this very moment, I am currently working on a sewing project. Now let's get going on that said project.
When that sleep won't come and you've cried your sum, let it come to you. There's nothing you can do until I see you smile just below those eyes that tell me you're okay. It's written on your face. As you come to light, I come alive. Your silhouette in the summer sky. But this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. And this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better.
I can't make a pillow without having a little bit of fondness come to memory. My nanny was actually the first one who taught me, or actually the one that taught me how to make a pillow. I was probably in the single digits, something that I have never forgotten. Anyway, just some sweet memories as I remember back to those days.
And this is only a measure. It can only get better. It can only get better. And this is only a measure. It can only
I'll also say, if you are looking to maybe teaching yourself how to sew, a pillow is a really fantastic place to start. There are so many good tutorials on YouTube. I definitely am not the person you want to learn from, but I will say, if you were to ask me the thing that you should start with, I think a pillow is a really good one.
Early in the morning, before the sun appears, before the world has even stirred, let's get out of here. We don't need to hurry, the road ahead is clear. Let's follow the coast as far as it goes, or until we disappear. That gives me an idea. Let's get lost together. Let's go chase that postcard, wish you were here weather. Let's get lost together. Cause if we don't, I know that I won't even last another year. The wind at your shoulders, soft-gin in our ears. There's a whole wide world about to unfurl, not so far from here.
I'm trying to make my recording areas, or at least when I talk to the camera, a little bit more dynamic. And this is not the best lighting, as you can see all of my facial flaws, but this is love. Anyway, so if you're with us last week, I was contemplating all of the rooms that I really got exhausted with by the time that we finished building. And I say that like we just finished. We've been in this house for 5 years now, and there are quite a few rooms that have been left still in that state. And so I thought, like I said last week, that we would tackle some of those. Originally, I said we'd go for the mudroom first, but we're going to go for a bathroom. And I am doing this for logistical purposes. We need another shower for the kiddos. They were all mostly taking baths when we built this house, and for some reason I thought that they would take baths forever, apparently, but that's not the case. And they, for some reason, want to stand up when they shower. But no, I totally understand. And as we now have 2 teenagers in this household, the more full working bathrooms, the merrier. So I will preface this by saying I am not too proud of this bathroom. If you've been with me for a long time, you've probably had a few glimpses of it. I have no idea what I was thinking when I picked it. I do remember it was truly one of the very last design decisions that I made. There's no excuses, but let me show you what we're talking about. You can see it's actually hard to tell in the camera, but this bathroom is quite large. It's got a really great view out to our garden. It just has a lot of potential, and there's a lot of room for character to be added, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So as you can see right here, we have this piece of artwork. It's actually just an old vintage print I got from a local shop. And then we have this down here. Whenever I've got artwork that is within the same sight line, meaning I can stand in one space and see both pieces, I always want to make sure that they blend with one another. I want to make sure that the colors and the content of both of them don't clash with one another. There's some people that like to do a different theme or color in every room. I personally prefer my spaces to be cohesive and blend together. So if I am bringing in pillows in the living room, I will actually take in the material to the curtains in the dining room to see whether or not I like the way they fit. I really like the whole house to be one cohesive space. Same thing here. I am still in line of sight of all the pieces of artwork in this area. I wanted to make the space feel a little lighter and airier with the warmer weather coming through, or supposedly coming through. So I'm adding a print that I found from the same shop, and it definitely doesn't have the same content, but to me it has a very similar aesthetic, and the color palette is very much the same.
when you're older, I'm gonna miss the way you play with toys, your little voice, the way you smile, every single noise. The years go so fast, I wanna make them last. Slow down, don't grow
Do
up.
I need to raise this? I was trying to get my ambiance in while still getting my face. Aside from the fact that spring is definitely here, it is still absolutely frigid outside, unfortunately. So we thought, let's make a warm and cozy dinner. That dinner we thought would be bread bowls and soup. It also gives Lo and I something fun to do together. We're always looking for an excuse to spend some time in the kitchen. This recipe I have linked before, and I'll go ahead and link it again. I will say, as I said the last time, just be okay with your dough being super sticky and wet. I promise it will work out in the end. But with that all said, let's make some bread bowls. That wasn't very. So I thought it would be super nice to add some fresh rosemary to that. So we're going to harvest a little from what we've got here, chop it up, and toss it in there. That looks yummy. You ready for bread? good.
I close my eyes and see all that we could be. No other dream I've had means a thing. Kids and a picket fence sounds good